Hey everyone, it's Book Shambi. Welcome to the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Carmen Ortiz. Pavetta back to work. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it hits the fence. And that's a leadoff double. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Merrill will hit next. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single.
That's ball four. Ball four, take your base. Ball four, take your base.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Ripped on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first. Out. Jose Iglesias.
You're out. Three. Out. Three. Out. You're out.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Merrill grabs it on the run.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder got to.
That's ball four. Three.
And now here is Carmen Ortiz. 1 for 3. That one is absolutely belted. Hits the fence. Jankowski headed for the plate. He'll score. First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the DH, Jose Iglesias. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ortiz. And that's the 3rd out. So they strand Ortiz. And your final score. Back here on the south side, bottom of the second. Now here is Carmen Ortiz.
And maybe this is the moment she breaks the major league record for most hits in a season.
Musgrove back to work. That one ripped. And out of here. It's a home run for the record. We have a new single-season hit queen. What a moment. And she is having a year for the ages.
We're witnessing incredible history right here. One of the greatest seasons of all time. The consistency it takes to maintain this level of success over the course of the year is almost hard to believe. Huge congrats to her on this amazing accomplishment.
2 outs, base is empty. Swung on, belted. That one back there. And it's gone. Another homer. Her second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
She's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen her hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. It's a double. Third hit of the night for her.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard now with one away. Ortiz will have a new title now as she picked up her 263rd hit of the season to break the single season. Carmen Ortiz on the mound. Ready to go. And now the right fielder, Tyler Wade. That's outside. And we are underway. Next offering is fouled back. And that is out of play. The 1-2.
Ball.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Teal down to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Really good hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, she was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, she's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for her in this start.
1 out, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Throw to first in time. Now here is Jackson Merrill. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The 0-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And now the DH, Carmen Ortiz. Singing, even casual fans have heard this player's name. Of course, she's the rare major leaguer who both pitches and hits. I mean, you're talking about a rarity both historically and in the modern game.
Yeah, and you don't have to be Babe Ruth or Shohei Ohtani for this to be impressive.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout for latest homer in an incredible season. And the White Sox jump out in front. It's 1-0. Chris, she's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and she's got her timing locked in. She's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Ortiz back to work.
That's a
Jock
ball.
Peterson, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep
That's
attacking
ball two.
hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Here's a 2-0. Peterson just got a piece of it. Oh, she doesn't get the call. 3-1.
Looks like she thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think she's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
And she walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game. Manny Machado up to the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Machado working through some struggles lately. Grounded to third, could be two. Pizzano for one on the ball. Two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Luis Campusano in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
That one missed.
She might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as she gets here on the south side. Here's the veteran shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
They say when.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Missed
Nope,
inside with the
ball 2.
curve.
Curveball kind of backed up on her there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
And a knee-high strike to Xander Bogaerts. So K marks the at-bat for X. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 3 for 7 in the series so far. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Taylor flashes the leather on the running catch. Nico Goodrum up here.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That one in there across the letters. Up the middle, Pizzano. Over to first, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. she's done it again. Her second homer of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 4-0. She absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
There's a strike.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as she tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Next for the Padres, Jose Iglesias. And that's in there for strike 1. And a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The Padres still looking for their first hit in this one. This one in the air. Sosa settles underneath it, makes the play, and it's out number 3. All set for the start of the inning, and Jack Peterson stands in. Peterson with some impressive production lately. Ortiz back to work.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
There's a strike. Peterson just got a piece of it. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got it. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. She threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and she left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. And ball 1.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Campusano swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Just missed.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. And the next pitch is way outside.
Three and 2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Set down on strikes. And she strikes out the side for the...
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is...
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that one hops the wall. It's a double. Third hit of the night for her.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Bogarts in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. She's had them eaten out of the palm of her hand pretty much all game.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect her to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, she's going.
And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor hauls it in, 2 away. Two down, bases empty. And here's the first baseman, Nico Goodrum. A little bit low, and that's ball 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Padres hitless so far in the game. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's her 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. So she's through 6 no-hit innings. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Fought off foul.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
And he went around, says Ricky Holiday. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a pitch. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, and she struck him out. And she's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. Jose Iglesias digs in now. Iglesias having a lot more success on the road this season.
She's been very consistent with her command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a pitcher can repeat her delivery like this.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
It gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 7.
Now
And next to hit for the Sox, Carmen Ortiz. She's got a couple homers already, so could she possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course she can. Those two she hit were legit, and she looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
That one drilled left field, and it's out of here. And she's gone yard again. That's her third home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off her bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Dan Altavilla.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight, continuing coverage of history. Robert Flores with Carlos Pena and Dan O'Dowd. The single-season hits record of 262 held by Ichiro since way back in 2004 has been eclipsed in what will go down as one of the greatest offensive seasons in Major League history. Carlos, Dan, your thoughts?
This is just amazing. I mean, to be able to go out there and be so consistent. I mean, look, I played against Ichiro. He's one of the most exciting players I've ever seen, certainly with the bat, and breaking his record must be so special. It's going to go down in history as one of the greatest feats in this game.
No, Carlos, it's also a record that as an industry, we don't focus or talk about very much. I think that's what makes it so special and so unique within our game.
And once again, congratulations to the new record holder.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Carmen Ortiz. And that one hammered. Bellinger going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. 1 out, bases empty. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Dominguez should have this one. Reaching for it and brings it in. Runner at second, 2 down.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
That one is absolutely belted. Going, gone. She sends it out of here. Her latest homer in an incredible season. And they slice into the lead. It's 4-2. That's her 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. Her 2nd home run of the game, and they've rallied from 4 back. It's 7-4. She only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Ortiz makes the grab on the run. Here's the center fielder, Carmen Ortiz. And the way she's going in this one, we've been waiting for her spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This player's got 2 home runs already. Now she's going for number 3.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a runner aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Ortiz was a big contributor for them in the win. Collected 3 hits, including. Carmen Ortiz, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. And welcome back to the ballpark. 2nd inning set to go. And now the center fielder, Carmen Ortiz. Heel back to work. Oh, and that liner got him. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Clayton Beater, ready or not, in the game now after the. Injury. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. She's there. She's got it. And there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Ortiz has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out. One away. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Snags it for the second out. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Judge waits. Judge rips that one. Ortiz under it. Makes the catch. And that is that. On to the fourth. Nobody out. Runner at first. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Into center and a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
And that keeps her hitting streak going. She's making this look way easier than it is, Boog. Setting the record is hard enough, but to keep...
Runner on the move. And that one is lifted in the air. Ortiz gets under it. And there's one down.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop, Anthony.
One down. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Ripped into center, base hit. The throw to third. The tag out.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by her to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making an out at third base.
2 outs, runner on first. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Carmen Ortiz. On the ground to Jazz. Tosses to first, third out. So no runs here in a base. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's towards center. Ortiz going back on this one. And she makes the catch. And that is the third. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that is that. Last chance for the home team. Aaron Judge at the plate. 1-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. It gets down, a base hit. Around second now as they still don't have it. And a great start to the inning. A leadoff triple puts the tying run at third. Ortiz strung that hitting streak out for another game. Carmen Ortiz getting ready. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carmen Ortiz. Really interesting to see her continuing her career as a two-way player at the major league level. Definitely always a topic of conversation around the game.
Because it's so rare in baseball history, it gets people excited. She's a great athlete to be able to do this kind of thing.
He's in there. That one pulled foul. Tying run is at first here in the rubber match of this three-game series. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Thomas around third. Relay throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 1-1. Runner at third here. Nobody out. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is out of here. So she leaves the yard to left. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
This to center field. Montgomery makes the play. One up, one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Carmen Ortiz. Can't forget the two-run shot she launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as she looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Sneaks through, base hit, and they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. Back in the Bronx, and here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. In the air, center field. And there's one down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
So one out, nobody on. And now, Connor Norby. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Here's a high fly ball out to center. Ortiz moving under it. Hauls it in for the out. The Yankees looking to rally. First and second, two outs. Ortiz getting ready to hit.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give her the cycle.
Out to center. Bellinger under it. And that is that. So they strand a pair. Last half of the eighth coming up. White Sox 4. Bellinger up to hit. Ortiz really excelled in this one. Carmen Ortiz comes into this one fresh off a 4-hit game. Shades of Tony. Here's the White Sox DH, Carmen Ortiz.
Number 22.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Around first, digging for 2. And she's going to get to second with nobody out.
And that keeps her hitting streak going. She's making this look way easier than it is, Boog. Setting the record is hard enough, but to keep upping it every day like she is, I don't really know what to say.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And there's a foul ball. Ortiz went deep in her most recent game. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Carmen Ortiz steps to the plate for the White Sox. She's already homered in this game. That one ripped. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Coming home. The relay to the plate. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. But Carmen Ortiz now at the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give her the cycle.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that base.
Carmen Ortiz getting ready for this one. High hopes for this. 2 on, 1 out. Ortiz digs in now. There's a swing and a drive. A dive, and he can't haul it in. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away. And now up for Washington, Ahmed Rosario. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris.
Run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett.
He struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games. And Boog, this guy keeps finding his way around the bases and eventually scoring. It's always fun running into the dugout and high-fiving your teammates after touching home plate, and he's done a lot of that lately.
1 down, base is empty. A little out front there as he swings through it.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt. Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
James Wood, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. And that's fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that puts her just 1.
Up next is Chicago, The designated hitter, Carmen Ortiz.
And that one hammered. And a foul ball. Ortiz with a homer in her last game. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. He'll score. Relay throw to third. In there safely.
Couple of hits in a row for her here. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Back in Washington, D.C., ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the DH for Washington, Josh Bell. First pitch just misses.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
And now it's Juan Yepez.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Ortiz, she has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working herself out of tough situations that she finds herself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a player that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Fastball for a strike.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This pitcher's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind her that when things get a little rough out there, they know she'll find her way through it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one missed. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt. She's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate her a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Ruiz went deep in his most recent game. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nationals go quietly, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Ortiz back to work, and that misses. 1-0.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss, and she got him. And that's 6 Ks for her in this one.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
1 out, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
2 down, bases empty. Trey Lipscomb digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1's the count.
Right through there for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Tap to first. Vaughn takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. All set for the start of the inning. So now it's the White Sox DH, Carmen Ortiz. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. She circles the bases. Her latest homer in an incredible season, and they add on. It's 8-0. That's her 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, these
0-1.
Nats just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. And now the right fielder, Stone Garrett, went down on strikes his first time through. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Next offering is in for a strike. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's her 8th strikeout of the game.
Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
1-1-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Montgomery. Now the throw to first on the run. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. 2 outs, runner at first. Josh Bell getting ready to hit. That's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And that one missing low. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
That's to third, and that's just foul. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays, and Big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Ruiz batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
No balls, 2
Base
strikes.
is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's her 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. And now the shortstop, Jose Tena. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Fastball for a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and she's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Swings and misses. 0-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. And the 1 down. Carmen Ortiz steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. This one could be trouble. Now she'll turn for second. It's a double, her 4th hit of the game. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Ortiz back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Nationals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for her in the game.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Next pitch is outside.
She's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. She's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a foul straight back. The White Sox up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The whiffs just keep on coming. She's up to 14 now. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Runner at first with 2 away. Stone Garrett digging in for the Nationals, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Little dribbler up along third. Over to first, and that is the inning. Make it 6. 1 gone, runner at first. Carmen Ortiz steps to the plate for the White Sox. She's already homered here in this one. She swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Robert, around third. He'll score easily.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin, and she's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Line drive, hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Bell, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of pitchers throw that these days, but I tell you what, she's got a good one.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
That's in there, and that is strike 1. And that's down and away. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And good work there as she gets a 1.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Carmen Ortiz steps to the plate for the White Sox. She's already homered in this game. And a base hit up the middle. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 14-0. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is.
Carmen Ortiz hit for the cycle last time out. Shades of Chris Singleton in 1999. What could this budding star have in her bag of tricks today? It's the Chicago White. Here's the White Sox DH, Carmen Ortiz.
Number 22.
Line drive, base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. That one ripped right center field, way back there, and that one hops the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Oh, no waiting around right there. She was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
2 out, space is empty. That one is absolutely belted. Tattooed and gone. That one felt good. That's her 3rd home run of the series. And we're level. It's 2-2. So the streak stays alive. Her 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. She's absolutely punishing mistakes right now she can't miss. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give her the cycle.
Hey, nice hit.
That's ripped. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind.
That one ripped. Reaches for it and brings it in.
She was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if she gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more.
It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the Chicago White Sox. You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. So almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher tonight, Carmen Ortiz. As if October baseball isn't exciting enough, here she is, the very first female to take the mound in postseason play. What a moment for our sport, Chris.
You said it, Boog. This isn't just a game anymore. It's a celebration of breaking barriers. I'm pumped.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Parker Meadows.
Well, love the day games here on the north side of Chicago.
That's downstairs. Hey everyone, it's Book Shambi. Welcome to the show. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Carmen Ortiz. As if October baseball isn't exciting enough, here she is, the very first female to take the mound in postseason play. What a moment for our sport, Chris.
You said it, Boog. This isn't just a game anymore. It's a celebration of breaking barriers. I'm pumped.
Ready to go now? Here's the veteran outfielder, Victor Robles. That pitch gets... Hey everyone, it's Book Shambi. Welcome to the show. This one driven, deep center field, on its way, home run. just about set. And our pitcher tonight, Carmen Ortiz. As if October baseball isn't exciting enough, here she is, the very first female to take the mound in postseason play. What a moment for our sport, Chris.
You said it, Boog. This isn't just a game anymore. It's a celebration of breaking barriers. I'm pumped.
All right, ready to go here. And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows. A little bit high, maybe. So we're off and running in game one. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Check swing in the 2-1, appeal to third. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Siggy, when she entered the league, did you see a future like this for her? The first female to ever play in the postseason.
I don't know if I could say that, big, but I definitely saw that this is a player to be reckoned with. I knew her talent and drive and ambition were going to take her places.
And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Colt Heath, the next to hit, takes ball one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Riley Green stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
And that is out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. So up next, Carmen Ortiz. She's a major topic of conversation, a rare two-way player at the big league level. It's pretty early on in her major league career, but it's driving a lot of excitement around the game.
Yeah, Boog, hard to not get excited about a player with this much athleticism, this much talent. Just such a rare thing in baseball.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way, gone. She circles the bases, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Game 1 of the division series. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Ortiz back to work. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Good job to fight that one off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that you can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Ortiz, a former home run derby champ. She features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, a curve, and she works in a sinker. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side throw as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. That one's in there. And that's strike 1. And downstairs. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count.
Swings and misses. And she strikes out the side for the second time today. So they go quietly there. On to the 3rd inning. Digging in, Jake Rogers. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting, in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
To first, 1 up, 1 down. Here's the 3rd baseman, Andy Ibanez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even.
High fly ball out towards left field. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run.
Well, this thing was hooking down the line the entire way. He knew it was going to be close and bang, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
Zach McKinstry now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. And delivers outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and it's a full count. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the other half.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping to get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Next to hit, Parker Meadows. He swings and fouls one off. Fought off foul. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in game 1 of the ALDS. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that just misses.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect it.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. One hit in the inning. One out, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Carpenter pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. New inning getting started, and now Colt Keith. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Tigers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Liner to second, and picked on the hop. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one missing inside. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Struck out swinging his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you can see her asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears she's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. She finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Game 1 of the division series. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Ortiz back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Tigers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Spencer Torkelson digs in now. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Oh, I think the key, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and she's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. Jake Rogers now at the plate. Grounded out his first time. Fastball for a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. She's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And he chases a high fastball there.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and she just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think it
goes down looking for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 4th time. Back in right field, leading off Andy Ibanez.
There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in game 1. This energy is going to keep building with every out.
The 1-1. Ibanez in his 4th year, 31 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
The White Sox leading by 3 here in game 1 of the ALDS. That clips a corner.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter was thinking, I'm going to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The wins just keep on coming. She's up to 14 now. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Blue. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Key, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Ibanez off of first with 2 away. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's Riley Green, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Lifted in the air, out to left. Jokes. And that'll do it. Tigers strand a pair, and they trail. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Carmen Ortiz. She swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Gone. Another homer. Her second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 5-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. She went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think she had her sights set on.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Cam Boozer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And the batter now, Carmen Ortiz. That one ripped. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. It's a double, third hit of the night for her.
Well, no waiting around right there. She was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
Close one here.